Hi guys, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. This is the daily forecast for all signs. It is originally created for Friday, the 18th of March. It is a full moon in Virgo, guys, all about releasing. So thinking in those terms, be ready to let go of whatever it is we need to let go of. It is not totally set for that day, though. So if you're seeing it on a date that's not March 18th, it's still more about the reading than about the date. So you can still utilize the reading if it makes sense to a situation you're in, or if I feel like I'm speaking to you in your gut, then go ahead and take it and utilize it. I believe that readings can be timeless, and they find their way to us when we're ready. If this reading doesn't make any sense to you or doesn't fit any situation you're in, if you're a regular viewer, that's fine. Nothing's wrong or broken. You're just working on something different at this time. Check out the drop-down menu underneath any of my daily videos. It gives you indication as to what decks I'm using, how to get in contact with me for private reading, or follow me on social media. Also, just things I want you to think about for the channel. What else do I need to say? Please hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you're new to me, leave me a question or comment, and share the video out to help me get the word out there. I'm a very small channel. I've been at this for quite a few years. I don't know. I got to figure out how to grow my channel. So this is for the full moon evening of Friday. So let's see what the cards have in store for us. I will be referring back to the Sunday reading, which is the underpinning energy. If you're trying to understand what video I'm talking about, it will populate at the bottom left-hand corner of this reading. So be aware of that, okay, if you want to watch it to get some insight. That's like kind of the whole week as a, an overview as to what's going on underneath these cards that we're seeing as we move our way through the week. All right, so let's see. What does this Friday have for us? Okay, I'll take it. Damn. So yesterday we had Justice, which was Major Arcana. And today we have the Empress, right? And she is also Major Arcana. She's about fertility. She's about creativity. She's the divine feminine. She's about abundance, the harvest, right? Reaping the benefits. Bringing it in. She's associated with the planet of Venus, which is the planet of beauty, love, sometimes money. She's very much a positive influence in our life, right? She brings us love or things that we love. She allows us, it enables us to see the good things in life, to take pleasure in life, to nurture, to grow, to mother in a way, maybe ourselves or a situation that we're dealing with. A person that we might be dealing with. She definitely represents, sort of in my mind, she could represent for some of you self-care, right? Really being conscious of that self-care and being one's own mother in a way, right? So she oftentimes can also signify creative ideas, birth, fertility. So if there's ideas, thoughts, things that you kind of, I don't know if desire is the right word, but if there's projects or perspectives that you've been mulling over or working towards, she's a great energy to start to create, to make that a reality, right? Like to bring that in abundantly, to harvest that action or to harvest that belief, that possibility. I love that she shows up right now on a full moon reading, right? Because she would definitely be about really utilizing the power of that Virgo energy in the full moon. She's also Earth-based sign card, right? Her being associated with Venus closely associates, Venus is ruled by Taurus, which is the sister sign of Virgo, right? So she is very much kind of in tune to this full moon. She's asking us, I think, and this is going to sound a little bit hippie or out there, she's asking us to really ground in who we are, what we want, how much we have, being appreciative for it, validating all of it, and then like sort of relishing in it to a degree, enjoying it, really seeing and owning at a very visceral, like body level, even the abundance of wealth or wonder that we have. Now, for those of you that don't feel like you have wealth or wonder and you're like, what is this bitch talking about? Get with it. Like, this is your vibe. It is out there for you. You just need to tap into her. You need to start seeing in your life where things are right, where things are abundant, where things are going well, and use that power of the full moon to manifest more. Release the negative shit, release the lack, release the fear, release the nervousness, the resentment, the he did this or she said that bullshit that holds us back from having like a full and happy life. The Empress wants us to have that, right? And underneath all of this, mind you, yesterday we had Lady Justice show up, right? Which is also a very feminine energy. And I associate Virgo because it's the Virgin, basically, with a feminine energy too, right? She's very much the planet Virgo, or the sign of Virgo is the Virgin. And so she is, to me, she is very feminine in her sign, but a strong femininity, right? Similar to the Empress. Um, where was I going with that? There was something about, oh, Lady Justice. These three ladies are kind of having us stand in our strength of who we are, what we know, what we have, and really living in that place. Now, underneath this is that Sagittarian energy of temperance, which is a certain sense of peace, a certain sense of calmness, a certain sense of, staying in our own lane and just maintaining things from a really natural state, from a state of conscious awareness and passivity. Does that make sense? Like, we're not like trying to push anything here. We're not trying to push agendas or convince anybody of anything. We just know we have what we need. And from that knowing, with the power of the full moon and the practicality and discernment of Virgo, right, in that full moon, we're able to release the crap that we don't need. So, like, utilize it. Let's look to the Sacred Destiny Oracle really quick. I have to pre-tape because I'm going to be leaving for a few days. So I need to kind of fly through the next few videos and film them all in one day, which gets a little bit wonky for me. But this is the day that we're starting them. So to get them done, speaking of wonky, I almost dropped the cards. So this is a really beautiful energy to have on top of that temperance that we see at the end of the week, which should be kicking in now because it is Friday. And that full moon is going to amplify these cards, in my opinion, right? Amplify these energies if we're allowing ourselves to access them, if we're giving ourselves the freedom, the permission. And Virgo, Empress, temperance would be about permission, like being at peace within oneself enough, temperance, to grant oneself enough abundance and wealth and ability to see beauty, which would be the Empress, to like be practical, logical, grounded, all of that during this full moon, and let go of the stuff we don't need. And that would be the Virgo energy of the full moon, right? Like, couple these three together and like use it. It's a powerhouse. It's a really, really wonderful kind of alignment. And we're also shifting from that more intuitive Pisces energy soon here into that more action-oriented, driven energy of Aries. So now is the time to kind of rest a little bit, luxuriate in what we have and what we can create and what is available to us. Acknowledge and validate that. Be grateful for that and be at peace with that. And then, soon it'll be, we'll be moving forward in action with Aries. So here is our card. And actually, this is the funny that this shows up because it is the word on the grounding stone for this week, which is wisdom, right? I love that she's a mermaid and it's Pisces season. She's all the way down in the depths of who she is, right? In her subconscious, in the depths of her emotion. She owns it. She's not afraid of it. Also a very feminine card, right? A mermaid. Nonetheless, which to me would be very much in alignment kind of with Empress. To me, when I'm looking at this, she's not afraid of the depths of who she is emotionally or subconsciously. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting from these two cards coupled together. And then the piece of temperance underneath this. It's like dive to the deeper depths and understand, own who you are, gain that wisdom, glean that wisdom, and utilize it, right? Let go of the fluff or the bullshit or the stuff that people tell you you're supposed to be. You know, I had a teacher that used to say to me all the time, don't should on yourself. Anytime you're saying, oh, I should do this, or I should be that, or I should be this way, or things should be, that's somebody else's information. Stop and ask yourself, is that true for you? Is that what you really want? If it's what you really want, great. But generally, as a rule, a should is like society telling us you should be a certain way, or your mother's voice in your head saying you should do it this way. That's your mother's information, or society's information, or the information of, you know, somebody outside of you. Stop and question that. Put your attention on that. Use the discernment of that Virgo full moon to really look at it, or the clarity of Lady Justice that we saw yesterday to really look at it and go weigh it out and go, is this really in balance with who I am? The Empress is going to say, you know, she's going to show us exactly who we are and all of our sort of abundance, but also, you know, we might see some things we don't necessarily, you know, think other people will care for, but we don't give a fuck. The Empress doesn't give a fuck. She loves herself. And then with this wisdom, it feels like we're willing to swim down to the depths of who we are. And we want to do that towards the end of Pisces season, because now is the time to be emotional. Now is the time to get to those deeper depths of our intuition, our emotions, all of that sort of stuff before the season leaves us, right? So let me read wisdom to you. And wisdom is our goal this week, right? Our own internal wisdom. And I think that the Empress wants us to own that from a very kind of lavish, loving, indulgent in a way. But I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a very good way. From that very place, like own it at a very earthy, grounded, deep level, especially with that Virgo full moon. It's going to shine all of that discernment and practicality on who we are and what we are. But we're supposed to embrace it, not run from it. All right, depths of the sea. The surface of the sea can be choppy and turbulent, but when we sink down into the depths, our surroundings are completely different. Often there is a stillness below. In other cases, the surface of the sea might be placid, yet down in the liquid blue are a myriad of creatures and a variety of seaweeds. A vast community of creatures is eating, mating, giving birth, and dying. What we see on the sea's surface has very little to do with what is occurring below. The sacred landscape wants you to know things are not as they seem. Look beneath the surface in your life. For example, you might feel that you aren't making progress on a particular project, yet beneath the surface, things are happening. Or you might be going through a stormy cycle. This card is letting you know that even though the surface of your life might be a bit rocky or wobbly, in a deeper place, all is well and serenity and peace are emerging. Things that may seem challenging will later be revealed to have been beneficial. So those of you that are naysayers or like, what is this bitch talking about? I don't feel any of these cards. Get down into the depths and find the things that you do feel that are certain to you, that are quiet and at peace, the wisdoms that do reside within you, because that has been the message of the grounding stone. We're supposed to be grounding in and seeking this week. That's also that wisdom will lead us to settling into the beauty of that temperance card, where one foot is in the water, one foot is firmly planted on the ground, as we sort of like mull over and move the energy back and forth until we can mold it into what it is that we want it to be or that we desire it to be around any situation. Okay? I hope that makes sense. That is your forecast for the day. If you liked it, please like, share, comment, subscribe. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow for Saturday's reading. I'm going to film it right after this one, and then we'll be filming another one for Sunday. And I got a few more to film. All right, so have a great day, you guys. I look forward to seeing you when I'm back. And please leave a question, comments, like, share, comment, subscribe. And you know the drill. All right, have a great day and take care. Bye-bye.